Hello and welcome to my channel for news about reports for USA. Please follow and subscribe for more information. Let's begin. Adam Busby took a break from being the family photographer and paid to have some professional photos taken of his family that he didn't have to take. The outdaughtered star took to Instagram recently to treat fans to one of the gorgeous photos they got taken. In the caption, the TLC star doted on his beautiful wife and his growing girls. He admitted he wasn't sure what he did to get so incredibly lucky that he was surrounded by such beauty. What did this sweet family photo look like? And, how did his 1.3 million Instagram followers react to this beauty-packed photo? Scroll down for all the details. Adam Busby questions his luck. Attached to an incredible family photo, Adam Busby admits he has no idea how he got so lucky as to be surrounded by so much beauty in his life. He also admitted that his girls were growing so quickly. Like most parents, fans assume Adam and his gorgeous wife Danielle wish time would slow down just a little bit. Turns out, this incredible photo featured the proud father standing beside Blake Busby with the quints lined up in front of them. In the comments, fans admitted they thought Blake was Danielle at first glance and wondered why Blake was missing from the photo. In actuality, this photo was just a beautiful moment of Adam with his 6 little princesses. The girls and their father stood in front of a white background for this photo. Parker stood in the middle with a huge smile on her face. Identical twins Ava and Lulu Busby wore matching dresses, that were the same color as big sister Blake, while standing on either side of Parker. Hazel and Riley stood on the ends with Riley closest to Adam and Hazel close to her big sister Blake. Outdaughtered fans react to precious photo. Unsurprisingly, there was nothing but love from Adam's massive Instagram following. As mentioned previously, it took fans a minute to realize Blake was in the picture as she has gotten so tall. Some fans wondered where Danielle was at this moment. But they also appreciated the girls getting to have a photo alone with their father. Here's some of what fans had to say. "Oh my gosh! Blake is so tall. They are all beautiful young ladies. I thought Blake was Danielle at first glance. Just be glad that God chose you to be the father of those 6 beautiful girls. Girl dad. What did you think of the gorgeous photo Adam Busby posted on his profile? Let us know in the comments down below. And, keep coming back for more outdaughtered news." Adam Busby sat on the porch of his Texas home, the sun setting on another chaotic day in the life of a father of 6 daughters, including America's only all-female quintuplets. The house was finally quiet, the kind of quiet that allowed his mind to wander. As he sipped on his sweet tea, he couldn't help but wonder, how did I get so lucky? It was a question that had crossed Adam's mind many times over the years. Ever since the quintuplets were born, his life had been a whirlwind of diapers, late-night feedings, and an ever-growing mountain of laundry. But amidst the chaos, there was also overwhelming love, laughter, and moments that made every sleepless night worth it. Yet, even with all the blessings, Adam couldn't shake the feeling that he had somehow stumbled into this life by sheer luck. His thoughts drifted back to the early days of his relationship with Danielle. They were just 2 kids in love, with dreams of a future together, but neither of them could have predicted what was in store. The journey to becoming parents hadn't been easy. Adam remembered the heartbreak of infertility, the countless doctor visits, and the prayers that seemed to go unanswered for so long. When Danielle finally became pregnant with their first daughter, Adam smiled as he thought about the moment they found out Danielle was pregnant with quintuplets. It was a shock, to say the least. The news had sent them reeling, but it also brought them closer together. They had no idea how they would manage 5 babies at once, but they knew they would figure it out together. And they did, one day at a time. As the quintuplets grew, so did the challenges. There were sleepless nights, endless tantrums, and the constant juggling act of keeping 6 daughters happy, healthy, and entertained. But there were also moments of pure joy, first words, first steps, and the sound of 6 little girls laughing together. Those were the moments that made Adam's heart swell with pride and gratitude. Yet, despite all the joy, Adam couldn't help but feel like he was living someone else's life. How had he, a simple guy from Texas, ended up with such an incredible family? He knew he had worked hard, but there was no denying that a big part of their journey had been guided by forces beyond his control. Fate, destiny, luck, whatever it was, Adam couldn't shake the feeling that he had been given a life that was far more than he deserved. He thought about Danielle, the love of his life and the rock that held their family together. She was the epitome of strength and grace, always managing to keep things together even when it felt like the world was falling apart. Adam admired her more than words could express. He often wondered how he had been fortunate enough to marry such an incredible woman. Danielle had a way of making the impossible seem possible, and her love for their daughters was nothing short of awe-inspiring. Adam chuckled as he recalled a recent conversation with Danielle. They had been talking about their future, about how quickly their girls were growing up, and how they wanted to savor every moment. Danielle had turned to him and said, "Can you believe this is our life? How did we get so lucky?" It was a question Adam couldn't answer then, and he still couldn't answer it now. As he sat on the porch, Adam's thoughts were interrupted by the sound of the front door creaking open. He turned to see Blake, now a preteen, stepping out with a soft smile. She sat down beside him, her presence a comforting reminder of how far they had come. "Hey, Dad," Blake said, her voice filled with the innocence of youth. "Hey, sweetie," Adam replied, wrapping his arm around her shoulders. "What are you doing out here?" "Just wanted to sit with you," she said, leaning into him. Adam felt a swell of emotion in his chest. Moments like these, quiet and unassuming, were the ones that meant the most. They were the ones that made him question how he had gotten so lucky. He looked down at his daughter, the first of their miracles, and felt a deep sense of gratitude. "You know, Blake," Adam began, his voice thoughtful, "I was just sitting here thinking about how lucky I am to have you and your sisters." Blake looked up at him, her eyes curious. "Why do you think you're lucky, Dad?" Adam paused, searching for the right words. "Because I get to be your dad," he said finally. "I get to watch you grow up, see you become this amazing person, and be part of your life every day. Not everyone gets that, and I don't take it for granted." Blake smiled, her expression reflecting the love she had for her father. "We're the lucky ones, Dad," she said softly. "We have you and Mom, and that's all we need." Adam felt a lump form in his throat. How had he been blessed with such wise and loving daughters? He pulled Blake closer, pressing a kiss to the top of her head. "I love you, kiddo," he said, his voice thick with emotion.